Mm.
Welcome back for another week of word of mouth. Today we're going to shift gears and talk more so about the J. Cole incident he had with the young lady at one of the protests. We'll get back to August Alsina in a minute because I got some more things to say about that. It's going to be on enablers. But let's just shift gears. Now, J. Cole made the song. Hold on, let me look up the song. I can't remember the name of the song. I like the song, just can't remember the name of it, I listen to a lot of music. You ever find me on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or wherever, you'll see I listen to a lot of music. And not just like rap. I like pretty much everything except country. Like I don't know, my wife likes it, it's growing on me, but oh gosh, it sounds so depressed all the time. Okay, it's Snow on the Bluff. That's the song. And he brings up the young lady. I played the song, but copyrights and all that. He brings up this young lady, about how she talked to him and how she approached the situation when he was ignorant to something. Now let's get this straight. J. Cole been around since what, 2008, 2009, 2010. So he's been a celebrity for about a decade. Not to say he's completely ignorant to things, but it's like he's not going to have the same wherewithal as somebody who goes through that every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I've never been on EBT or welfare. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about their struggles, so I don't speak on it. I've never had a child. So I can't tell a woman how she feels during pregnancy. I've never had a period. I can't tell a woman how she feels about that. I shut the hell up and stay in my lane, or I ask questions to get a better understanding of it. Now, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. It may, there may be how you're saying it may be wrong. It could come off rude or whatnot, but I guess we can give a synopsis of J. Cole. He's not asking a question very rudely or whatnot. He might be ignorant to some things like anybody else is. But how some people respond to people when they ask questions that are genuinely polite and genuinely trying to get to know something is unacceptable. Or even general, how people talk to people in general can be unacceptable. A lot of people have this snide way of remarking to people and commenting and saying things in a way where they're condescending or patronizing or just downright being rude, and to be for something minute. And it's like, what is all this for? Why are you doing this? You've taken something that was at level 1 all the way to level 10 based on because you know something I don't. Or even more so, you can't even have a lot of people, you can't even agree to disagree anymore because they'll just say, oh, I don't see how you're so triggered and angry or this or that. And it's like, none of this is going on. I'm not triggered. I'm not angry. I'm just giving a perspective different from what you're saying. And now you're trying to give this emotional reaction to something where, and generally, I might not even be able to relate to the situation. I'm just saying, hey, I'm just playing devil's advocate to it. And FYI, just because you put a thank you or word it politely don't mean it can't come off snide, rude, or disrespectful. Because a lot of people like to play that game. Or just because you don't curse doesn't make your demeanor or characteristics come off rude, snide, or disrespectful. Something that somebody may want to smack the taste out your mouth. It don't change nothing. Like I have always disliked people saying like, oh, just because you put a please or a thank you behind it doesn't make it any less rude. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. I'll give you a situation with this young lady. I was taking pictures, just something I do on the side. It's like a side hustle, it's not my main thing, but it's a side hustle. Taking pictures at this festival. Took pictures of everybody handing out business cards. So this young lady, I think like a day later, hits me up about the pictures. I said, I'll get to them. I got other things going on. No, it wasn't, she didn't pay me for the picture. She had nothing, from Can of Paint. Couldn't tell you her name. And I was just, doing what photographers do. I was at an event, took pictures. She says, okay, cool. So a couple of days later, she hits me up again about the pictures. I said, hey, I haven't gotten to them. I will get to them. Politely say it again. And she asked for the email. She asked for an email for the pictures. I said, when I get to my email. Now, mind you, I do this as a side hustle. So at the time, I think I had between 200 and 400 pictures to go through and edit. Working on some new hats and promoting them. I still have a regular day job and a regular life, so that takes upon too. And then, but even professional photographers, when they say they're gonna do some pictures, it usually takes them about a week to get back to you. I don't care who you are. You can talk to most photographers, unless they got nothing going on. Like right now, with the whole COVID, there's very minimal going on. They probably gonna take about a week to get back to you, maybe a week and a half, depending on how many pictures they took. And if you're asking if you want all the pictures and you pay for all the pictures, and depending on how many pictures you took, that may take even longer. So 4 days after that, she asks me again about these pictures. So this is 4 times she's asked me about these pictures, and this is within the span of like a week and a half. And I just said, please leave me alone about the pictures. I've taken pictures of a lot of people there. Nobody else is harassing me about these pictures. Everybody else is chilling, just relax. She tries to come off with this whole thing of, whoa, you need to relax. There's no reason for you to talk to customers. This is unprofessional, blase, blah, blah, blah. Just things of that nature. And I'm like, for one, you are not a client of mine. You didn't pay for them. Then you're talking about you would have paid for them. It's like, I took 3 or 4 pictures of you. I didn't even take like a mass amount of pictures of her. 3 or 4. And I had paying customers before her with these pictures. Then she said, your work is really good, but you don't have to be rude and nasty. But it's like, it's the 4th time I'm telling you that, hey, I will get to your pictures. And this is within a week and a half. Now, some of you may feel like you could have just did the pictures above her, but it's like, no, she did not pay for the pictures. And I wasn't going to sift through 300 to 400 pictures just looking for her pictures. I don't know this level of entitlement she have, or felt like she was doing me a favor of doing the pictures, or whatsoever. It's like don't feel like you are prioritized over what somebody else has going on. She had no idea what I was going on, and she was pressed about 3 to 4 pictures. Now she would have gotten. I just wound up blocking the young lady. I really shouldn't have responded. Should have just blocked her, and she would have never got the pictures. But it's just how y'all come off to people is a very key way of how people deal and respond to you. And I'm not talking about, because you look at somebody and you don't like them. That's, it happens, but it's illogical just to look at somebody and don't like them. To be honest, you may not like their energy, but you can't determine how you may feel about somebody just by looking at them. Well, you can to an extent, but if you never even if you don't even know what they sound like, you just sound kind of foolish doing it. When I was younger, I might have done that. There was people I thought I would dislike, but I did. Now that's the thing where you could think you probably gonna dislike somebody, but you're actually cool with somebody. But you shouldn't just off the muscle just, I don't like them, because you sound ignorant, you look ignorant doing that. I'm talking about when you hear somebody talk, how they interact with people, what they do, etc. and so forth. That's what I'm talking about. And it goes back to what a post I saw with J. Cole saying this is why men don't express themselves. And it's part of the reason why. Because when they do, this is what happens. Now everybody's on her side saying he didn't have to do that and this and this. And it's like he has the freedom. I never understood why some women feel like they have the freedom to express themselves any way possible and imaginable, but men have to limit their emotions and whatnot. as an adult, there are right and wrong. Well, nobody can tell you how to feel, but people can tell you how to respond. You know what I'm saying? There's right and wrong ways to do things as an adult. Some of you still throw tantrums like you're 3 and 4 over the pettiest of things. Some of you don't know how to communicate without yelling. Some of you don't even know how to communicate at all when you have a problem. You just sit there and shut up and be quiet, and then you spaz out, and the person is lost, and it's like, well, I didn't know. And there's some things people should know not to do, like you shouldn't be lying, calling people out their name, etc. and so forth. But people have pet peeves. Everybody has a pet peeves and multiple pet peeves that person may not know even annoys you. And that's where communication comes in. You can't expect somebody just to read your mind to know that. Like, for example, I don't like book bags on my bed. Can't stand it. They've been outside, they've been this place, they've been that place. You can put your book bags anywhere, but not on my bed. And this is something me and my wife have not really gotten into, but discussed. And I said, I don't like book bags on my bed. But I don't make a big deal about it when she does it, because it's a habit most people have. It's what most people do. They put book bags when they come in and they drop their stuff. It's usually on the bed. It's just what they do. But I just don't like that. Like, she doesn't like towels on the door. But it's a habit I have. And she doesn't do anything about it. You know what she does? She takes the towel off and removes it and throw it on the floor. Because I don't know. There's something about reusing towels more than once. I don't get it. But that's her thing. Like, she's OCD. So I just let her have it. So how you talk to people and how you respond to things is a big deal. Like, you can feel emotions without doing this, that, and the third. And just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't mean you have to attack them for it. Like, I don't understand this whole new wave of, because somebody doesn't like something, they automatically dislike you. I don't like the color blue. It's not my favorite color, but if I see you with it, just because I say, and you ask me out, I say I don't care for the color blue. Don't mean I don't care for you or anything or about you, but it's just, I don't like the color blue. It's okay to have differences of opinion. It's okay to be ignorant to things and ask questions. I would have had more problems with him being ignorant to something and not asking than him asking. But her response to it was unacceptable. It's unacceptable to response to somebody who doesn't know something, or somebody just because you feel they should know it and they don't. Manners and consideration is a big thing. That is a very big thing, and why a lot of people don't make it as far as they would like to. When it comes to that, like, even I was watching, I think Vlad TV. I think it was Vlad. Shout out to Vlad. I like his shows. I do. And he said a lot of people don't make it far. Like, somebody was talking to said they'll make it far because they got chips on their shoulders. Or they think they're better than what they are because of their talent. And yeah, you can have a great talent, but nobody wants to deal with somebody who is condescending and patronizing to everyone, or just so snide, or like anytime somebody says something to them, they have an attitude. Nobody wants to deal with that. It's very immature to even have to put up with somebody like that, or even when Vlad made a comment about reparations, he said it should come in the form of college education, and then people was like, he shouldn't respond to this or this or that or that or that, or they felt like he was ignorant. Then he came back and said, you know what, I was wrong. It can, because he felt like how I feel. I just didn't think America could give trillions of dollars to people for no reason at all. Well, not for no reason, but for just a substantial amount of money that quickly. Now, how I feel about reparations is a totally different conversation and a lot longer. But he rescinded, said, okay, yeah, I can see a money amount being given out. Do I think everybody should get that money amount if they ever did it? No. Everybody, like, most people in America are just not financially literate, so that's a different conversation. So just be careful how you talk to people. You don't need to be, what you're saying doesn't matter. It's how you're saying it. Because a lot of times what you're saying needs to be said or should be said, but how you're saying it is how it comes off. But like and subscribe to our channel. This video went on a little lengthier than most. If you need any advice, any assistance or anything, email down below. You can ask for it. This is word of mouth. Peace.
Mm.